Diddy trial, day 6. I've got all the details. Let's get into it. Back on the stand this morning was Dawn Richards, former Danity Kane member from Making the Band MTV with Diddy. So Dawn recalled how scared she was when Sean threatened her and Cassie. So this happened back in 2009, a day after Sean attacked Cassie with a skillet. He said, "You could go missing, that we could die." I was shocked, but also scared. I couldn't believe this would be the beginning of a journey for us. Dawn said she regularly witnessed Sean lashing out at Cassie over the years. Frequently, he would punch her, choke her, slap her in the mouth, kick her, punch her in the stomach. It could be because Cassie was speaking up for herself. It could be random. It could be if she had an opinion. She would be quiet, and when she had these moments of trying to stick up for herself, he would hurt her for it. According to Dawn, Cassie was punched in the face at Diddy's house in 2009 before an event they had to go to. Cassie had a swollen eye and used makeup and sunglasses to hide it. Sean would angrily tell his girlfriend Cassie to wait for her turn when it came to recording an album. When Dawn would support Cassie's musical aspirations, Sean didn't like me talking with her about that. He said it would be on his terms. It was always wait, wait, wait. She had to wait for her turn. Sometimes it was just wait your turn. Other times it was violent or volatile. She said a number of Sean's employees at Bad Boy Records witnessed his violence against Cassie and no one stepped in. Dawn testified that Sean had a rug dealer named One Stop that would deliver a range of substances to the studio, including cocaine and marijuana. She said that Sean would carry around a Louis Vuitton pouch filled with rugs. Cassie referred to this bag as his med bag. Prosecution then asked Dawn if they ever saw a weapon with Sean, and she said she saw firearms a few times with Sean and the bodyguards. They would have them in their lower back. When asked if she's expecting any compensation for her testimony, she said she's expecting justice. So the defense attorneys tried to poke holes in Dawn's claims that Sean attacked Cassie with a skillet of eggs. The attorney brought up that Dawn had told a different version of the incident, including one that simply had Sean throwing eggs at Cassie. The attorney reminded her that she's under oath and asked if she changed her story over time, and Dawn said, "I said the best that I could recall." On Friday, she told the jury that she saw Sean hit Cassie with the skillet. They then try to bring up the fact that they said she has inconsistencies in her story regarding the people go missing comment. And she's like, maybe I didn't remember it then at the time, but I'm telling you everything I remember now. The prosecution then asked her about the incidents that she witnessed over decades. She says, "It was a hard time and a bad time for me. It did not all come back immediately. The environment was traumatizing. I tried to erase those things from my memory." She said, "I try as best and accurate as I can to remember things and relay them." She testified that she had no doubt that Sean tried to strike Cassie, that Cassie went into the fetal position. Sean dragged Cassie by the stairs by her hair. She also had no doubt that Sean threatened Dawn to keep quiet. Next on the stand was Carrie Morgan, Cassie's old best friend. So Cassie testified last week that she met Carrie when they were teenagers and they were friends for about 17 years. And the friendship ended after Sean allegedly hit Carrie in the head with a wooden hanger. Carrie made it clear when she was on the stand that she is only testifying because she was subpoenaed. She said, "I don't want to testify. I have moved on with my life." She told the court that she got to know Sean very well in the roughly 11 years that he was dating her former best friend. She described him as someone who was sometimes nice and generous, but also someone who had mood swings and could be very aggressive. She said that Cassie lost her spark and confidence when she was with Sean. When asked if Sean spoke down to Cassie, she said often. She also said that Sean would sometimes call Cassie 50 times in a row just to ask her where she was. She says she personally witnessed Sean assault Cassie 2 times, once in Jamaica and once in LA. Carrie recalled the incident in Jamaica. Cassie had gone to the bathroom, and after a few minutes, Sean said she was taking too long. I then heard a guttural, terrifying scream. I went to the long hallway. They were coming out of the master bedroom, and he was dragging her by her hair. He dragged Cassie outside, threw her to the ground, where she hit her head on a brick. Cassie and Morgan then fled the scene in a golf cart, hid in a ditch, and Sean searched for them in another golf cart for hours. Another incident was where Carrie said she was with Sean and Cassie at their house in LA. She saw Sean hit or kick Cassie, and she told the security guard, Ruben, to do something, and he refused. After that incident, her and Cassie ran to a neighbor's place. They heard Sean driving by looking for them. Carrie testified that she urged Cassie to speak to police about Sean's abuse, but she refused due to what it would mean for her career and her livelihood. I wanted her to do what she wanted to do, but I told her she should leave him, and she said she couldn't because of her job, her car, and her apartment. Carrie also recalled the time that Sean attacked her. She also recalled the time that Sean had attacked her. She was at Cassie's house listening to music. Sean came into the apartment, came up behind me, choked me, and left marks on my neck, hit me in the head with a wooden hanger. He was yelling about Cassie cheating on him. Cassie was in the bathroom. Carrie said she grabbed her things and left, went to urgent care, was treated for a concussion. Carrie says she hired a lawyer but did not file a lawsuit, instead being paid $30,000 from Sean, and that she had to sign an NDA. She said, "We haven't spoken since. The last time I spoke to Sean was the night of the assault, and that's the last time I saw Cassie." At this point, they take a lunch break. I'll be back later on this afternoon with the rest of today's courts recap.